definitely achieve the goals that you are desiring. Now, who am I, right? Some of you already know who I am. And by the way, if you have attended a workshop with me before, let me know in the chat. Give me a yes if you have attended one with me, or give me a no if you have not yet. I would just love to see who's familiar with my teachings and who's first timers in here, which is amazing. I'm seeing some no's, some yeses. So awesome.
What do you want?
For those of you that are joining this workshop, again, you've been on some with me before. Welcome back. I'm super happy to see you here again, and I'm more than happy to be teaching you different strategies again. And then for those of you who are first timers, welcome. So excited to have you. Just to give you a little bit information on me, I am the creator educator at ConvertKit, and along with that, I also run my very own business as well. Okay, so I'm not just some random who's on here teaching you different strategies, okay? I know these strategies work. I use them for my own business, and I work with top creators that are making 6 to 7 figures online doing what it is that they love. So I know these strategies work, and I'm just super passionate to teach you what you need to know, because I literally believe in every single one of you. Okay, I believe that everybody on here has a voice, has a purpose, and has a passion that deserves to be shared with the world. Okay, and I also love to have a lot of fun and create good synergy on these workshops. So just stick with me till the end. We're definitely going to have a good time today. Now, you heard me mention ConvertKit earlier on, and for those of you who are wondering what exactly ConvertKit is, let's just go over that just for a short time to make sure we're all on the same page. But ConvertKit is basically an email service provider and audience list building tool that exists to help you earn a living doing what it is that you love. Okay, we want to help you make the money that you desire. We want to help you build the audience that you desire. We want to help you get to that next level that you are wanting to get to. We are super passionate about that. That is literally our vision for you, which is what brings us here today on this workshop. Now, I know that some of you already know ConvertKit, and for those of you who don't, I am actually going to be doing a demo inside of ConvertKit a little later on, just so that you can see exactly how to put these strategies to use. And I always say this, I love teaching, right? I love the fact that you guys can take notes and look at the slides that I have prepped for you here so that you're learning those strategies. But I also know that many of you are visual learners, right? So in addition to hearing these teachings that I'm going to be talking about today, you're also going to want to visually know and understand how you can use those strategies to your strengths. So I'm going to be going over that with you, just so that you guys feel confident after this workshop to take those steps and to use these strategies. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun. Now, I know I gave my little intro, talked to you guys a little bit more about me. Now I would love to know a little bit more about you. So go ahead, find your way to the chat again, and let me know what brings you here today. What made you sign up for this workshop? Why are you here today, right? What makes you excited to be here? What are you looking to get out of this workshop? Let me know in the chat. I would love to see where your headspaces are at right now. I see starting an email list, launching a podcast, launching to my clients, Yoga Biz. I love that. That's amazing. I want to know more about ConvertKit, learning ConvertKit, trying to make money. Yes, 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 yes. I love the energy coming in the chat right now. Now, keep in mind, whatever is bringing you here today, I want you to keep that in the front of your mind throughout the rest of today's workshop, because whatever that reason is, combine that with your goals, right? Combine those two together, because I want you to make your goals happen this very week, this very month. It is very much possible, and we want to inspire you and give you the strategies and the resources to actually get there. Okay. Now, if a part of what brings you here today, and if a part of what you are looking for also includes connecting with your audience and learning how to make a living doing the work that you love, then you are definitely in the right place. As I said earlier, I know we are all in different time zones. I know that we are in different countries, and I know that many of us, if your state hasn't reopened yet, many of us are still going through quarantine and social distancing right now. It's a very interesting time in our world today. But that's the beauty of being able to join and come together virtually, online, through a workshop, and just have fun and still pursue our dreams in the mix of any circumstances we might be going through. So you're definitely in the right place. Super happy to have y'all here today. All right, let's dive into the good stuff, right? What you guys came here for. So today we're going to be talking about why a high converting landing page is needed for your online business. We'll definitely go into the details there. We're also going to dive into how top creators build landing pages that help them earn a full-time living online. Again, we'll definitely go over incredible details there as well. And then we're going to talk about how to build a high converting landing page absolutely for free. Okay, so we're not talking about financial roadblocks here. We're not talking about using anything that's going to cost you money. We're talking about using the strategies that, one, are going to help you build your audience, and two, are going to help you grow your sales in the long run. Right, a lot of great stuff up ahead, including a couple of bonuses that we all would love to give you today. I know that you guys are going to be sticking with me for the rest of this workshop, which should be about an hour to an hour and 15, depending on just the slides and how we're moving here. But we definitely want to reward you for that, right? You guys are creators. You guys are taking the time to put your learning first and to develop. So we want to reward you with that just by providing you with some very special bonuses. So stay tuned for the end for that. All right, now I want to talk about email marketing just for a second to make sure we're all on the same page. And I want to start by talking about it just by providing a quote given to us by Azul and Steve. These two men are entrepreneurs, they're podcasters, they're writers, they're incredibly amazing. And they had said, now email is a big part of our business because we realize we're leaving a lot of revenue off the table if we're not communicating with our people who really want to hear from us. I love this quote because it is so true. Many entrepreneurs, many creators, they think that as long as they're selling something, then that's fine. As long as they're selling something, they're going to make the money that they want and that's it. But they forget about the most important step that happens prior to launching, prior to selling, which is to connect with your people, right? How can you speak to them? How can you communicate with them, build trust, and build a relationship with them so that they want to become these ongoing, long-lasting buyers? That part is super, super important, which is why creating that high converting landing page comes into play. Meaning, how can you get more people to sign up for your landing page? How can you communicate with them in the best way? How can you grow your audience and build that trust so that you can increase your sales over time? And we even broke down Azul and Steve's numbers within their businesses right here in the slide for you. Now, on the left, you can see that by the numbers, they have 2,000 email subscribers. They published about 50 books. They helped about 200 authors, right? That's their numbers from building their business over time. But the most important part on this slide is to take a look at the revenue breakdown. 80% of their revenue is coming from coaching and publishing services that they are pitching or communicating about to their email list. 80% of their revenue is coming from building that email list and making the sale through there. That is why email marketing is so valuable. And the very first thing that I ask any entrepreneur that asks me questions about how they can build their business is, well, do you have an email list? Do you have a landing page? And when they tell me no, I definitely let them know that that is exactly where they need to start. Before they start thinking about all the money that they want to make, they have to begin with how they can grow their audience and connect with them on a deeper level. So let's talk about the flow of how this entire process works when it comes to building this high converting landing page. It's all going to start off with you, the creator, who builds a landing page with context and content that will convert. This is where wording and imagery comes into play, all of which we will break down step by step. And then from there, people are going to subscribe to get that landing page content, offer, or freebie that you are promoting on the landing page. And then, of course, you're going to boost your overall sales. You're going to turn those strangers into subscribers, and then you're going to turn subscribers into customers, which is that end goal, right? Something that we all are striving towards. So let's dive into point number one. Let's get a lot more specific here. If you haven't started taking notes already, I definitely recommend that you do so right now, because this is where the good stuff comes into play. The stuff that you're going to want to look back on your notes and say, oh yes, I remember these strategies from Angel and ConvertKit. Let me make sure that I apply this today and next year and the year after that, all that good stuff. So let's dive into why a high converting landing page is even needed for your business in the first place. And in order to understand that, we have to understand what a landing page is. What is its purpose? So all in all, a landing page is a single web page. Okay, it's a single URL to collect email addresses to build your audience. It's devoted to just one topic or offering without any other navigational directions. And I say this because it's less distracting. Your viewers just have one thing to focus on, one thing to look at, and therefore it clears any other distractions that might be prohibiting them from actually signing up for your email list. It also includes 1 to 2 CTAs. For those of you who do not know, a CTA is a call to action, meaning what action are you wanting your viewers to take? More than likely, the CTA is going to be, of course, to sign up for your email list, but what are you actually offering to get them to take action? We'll definitely go over that later as well. And it's also used to grow your email list or to promote any current content that you have. And it's great for those who do not have a website yet, or their website is currently under construction. Another thing that many entrepreneurs tell me is that they cannot start their business yet because they don't have a website up and running. That is completely false. If you believe that, I promise you there definitely is a way around that. Because while you're in the midst of building your website and trying to figure out your content, you could have this entire landing page working for you in the back end that's helping you to consistently grow your audience. That way, when your website or your content, your service, your product is ready to launch, you already know exactly who to tell about it, right? The people that signed up, the people that were there, that you grew in the back end. So all in all, having a landing page creates this incredible and simple user experience, which in return encourages more people to take action and sign up to be a part of your email list so that you can build trust with them and then increase your sales as well. So this is what I mean. Okay, I just want to break this down by an example to make sure this is as clear as possible, to make sure we're all on the same page. Now, this example right here is from my very own website. Now, when a viewer is on my website, there's a lot of different tabs for them to click on. They can go to any social platforms, they can scroll, they can click on the free course that I have, they can click on the content, they can click on the photos, they can sign up here. There's a lot for them to do, all right? And although this is great, right, I'm not downing a website. I always think eventually having a website is effective and you should have one. But you also have to keep in mind what it feels like from the viewer's perspective. So to make it easier for them, to encourage them to take action without any of these other to-dos or different things that they can do on your website, you can have a landing page just like this one. Now, in this case, on this slide, this was a landing page that I created to offer a 5-day meditation email course that I gave out. It was a simple or a separate URL apart from my website. People could go to it, they could see, oh, she's talking about this meditation email course, cool, let me sign up. Or this landing page that I created. And also in this one, they just scroll down. It's just one scroll. They read about one thing, not multiple things, and they can easily input their name and their email address. Now, there's also this one. This is another landing page I created just to give you a variety of examples here, where I was offering a free workbook, right? It's on one topic. It has one call to action that says, hey, I want to offer you this one free thing, and if you get it, if you want to get it, all you have to do is put in your name and email address below. This is super, super effective when it comes to capturing their attention, making sure there's no other distractions in the way, and growing your email list, your audience like crazy. And I wanted to share this quote by Susie Whitford. She's amazing if you ever want to check out her blog. And she said, "My landing pages convert around 50 to 60%, and my post opt-ins convert around 2 to 3%. That's a crazy difference, right? Absolutely insane. But this shows you how effective, how valuable landing pages really can be when it comes to growing your audience. Super, super important. Now, why is a high converting landing page needed? Okay, we talked about the fact that it creates this incredible, simple user experience, but let's dive into the majority of what it can actually do, or why you should actually use them. You should use it in order to reach, teach, and treat your audience. Reach, teach, and treat your audience. These are 3 words that I say quite often. Okay, and if you've been on a webinar with me before in the past, you're probably familiar with this slide, but I'm constantly teaching this because it is so important. So let's break down reach, teach, treat, and what I mean by these 3 words here. When I say reach, I'm talking about building your subscribers, expanding your audience. How can you reach more people, get your voice out to more people? And then how can you build interest with them? Increasing that engagement, increasing the engagement that they have with your landing pages, opening up your emails with your content. They love what you have to say and what you're doing. They're buying from you. All of this incredible engagement, reaching that. And then there's building sales, boosting those conversion rates. How can you transition a subscriber into this ongoing customer? How can you do that on a consistent basis so that you are generating passive income that you desire? Okay, so really reaching your people. And then there's teach. Okay, so once you're reaching your audience, you're reaching these viewers, you're reaching people that want to hear your voice, you also want to think about teaching. And when I say teach, I'm talking about teaching everything that you know, transferring knowledge from your brain to someone else's. What are the things that you know that can help someone else? Teaching everything that you know is going to be 10 times more effective than you could ever imagine. People get so much value just by taking the time to teach them what it is that you're already knowledgeable about. And then there's building trust. Now, building trust is a huge factor, and you might have heard me mention that earlier as well. When I say building trust, I'm talking about bringing results to your audience. How can you allow them to go through this quick transformation with you? What are they learning from you? What value are they receiving? What trust are you building with them just by teaching what it is that you know? And then there's working in public, okay, which means creating those personable relationships. When you work in public, you are doing the opposite of working in private. Now, when I say that, a work in private creator is someone who they're in their own creative zone. They're not talking about it. They're not speaking too much about it. They're just in their zone, trying to get everything perfect until it's ready to launch. But when you work in public, you are sharing your story with your audience. You're sharing your creative journey. You're letting them in on how everything is going with you. Maybe it's a past experience, a childhood experience. You are letting them get to know you, not only as an entrepreneur and how you can help them, but you're letting them get to know you as a human being. And that's really important when it comes to building that trust. Now, I do see some people asking what a post opt-in is. I know you might have seen that slide earlier, a post opt-in in comparison to a landing page. But a post opt-in collects email addresses in the same way, but it might be on your website, right? It might be something you embed on your website to collect email addresses. It might be something you embed on your sales page to collect email addresses. It's a part of that, rather than a landing page being a separate URL devoted to one topic that's really encouraging more people to take action. All right, now this brings me to treat. We talked about reach, we talked about teach. Let's talk about treat. At the end of the day, people are going to come to you for something specific, whether it's content, right? Any product or service that brings results that you are giving your people, you're definitely treating them with that, or an offer. Are you offering any discount, any type of value or exclusive content that makes them feel really special? Or is it a freebie? People are obsessed with freebies, and I am not joking. People love freebies. Think about if you go shopping, right? And let's say let's say you're in, what's a famous, let's say Nordstrom. I couldn't even think of a famous store. Let's say Nordstrom. You're in Nordstrom and you see a full rack of clothes that says, this is all for free. I bet you that is the very first rack you're going to go over to, right? Because it's free and you're going to look for what's good in that rack. It works the same way when it comes to giving freebies to your audience. They're going to love it. They're going to see if it benefits them. And it encourages them to take action to be a part of your email list. Super, super important. Now that we understand why a landing page is needed for your business, let's get into how top creators build landing pages that help them earn the full-time living online. Okay, this is where we're going to get into the specifics of not only why a landing page is needed, but how you can build one that's going to benefit how fast you're able to grow your audience and grow your sales just by creating that landing page. So step number one in this entire process is to know your product or your service. I know this step can feel super obvious, and some of you might be like, okay, Angel, what is up with the slide? I already know my product or service. Trust me, I get you, I feel you. But this slide is important because many creators, as many aspirations, as many dreams as they may have, they don't have full clarity on their actual product or service. And when I say this, I'm talking about knowing how you want to help people. What difference do you really want to make? This is so important to gain clarity on, because if you're not 100% sure on how you want to help people, then it's going to be very difficult for people to believe that you can help them. Okay, so you definitely want to get clarity around this. So start asking yourself questions like this when it comes to knowing your business. What content will you provide? Is it a blog? Is it a podcast? What would you write about? What are you going to talk about? What do you know about? What niche does it fit into? How often will you deliver? This is something that a lot of beginning creators don't really think about. How often are you going to launch a blog post, a podcast episode, launch a freebie, a service-based treat that you're going to give to your clients? How often are you going to send an email? This is really important to really get a hold of knowing who you are as creators. And then, of course, there's who will you serve? Your business is not going to be for everybody on this planet. And that is 100% okay. But your business and what you know is for a specific group of people that are going to love your stuff and they're going to love your voice. And that is what matters. So if you're on this workshop right now and you're like, maybe I should go back and rethink some of these questions on this slide, I highly recommend that you screenshot this, that you write these down, just so that you can truly gain the necessary clarity of knowing who you are as a creator and how you want to help. Now, this brings me to step number 2, which is to research your people. Now, just to give you guys a little insider tip here, this is one of the biggest mistakes that I see many creators make. They do not take the time to research their people. As soon as they know how they want to help, they truly know their product or service, they're like, okay, I got this. Let me just send it to everybody that I can. When in actuality, the next step in this is to research them. What are your people really wanting? What are they needing? Okay, and it's up to you to better serve them in that way. So rather than assuming what people might want or what they need in regards to your product or your service, research them, ask them, find out those details. So you really want to know, who is your business going to help? Who does your ideal audience member or your ideal customer look like? So you could go ahead and easily research by going through any of these bullet points that you see right here. I personally use all of these bullet points. I know many 6-7 figure online business owners that use or they research within these different bullet points just to get a feel for what questions their audience is actually asking. And this is really important. Again, feel free to screenshot or take notes where needed. When you take the time to research and really figure out what questions questions people are asking, you're going to know how to better serve them. How can you take what you know? How can you take your product or service and form that to solve a specific problem, to help them out with something, to give them the answers to their questions? This is so relevant, and I cannot highlight this enough. Make sure that you are researching your people, and I promise you, the minute that you do, you are going to see an increase of sales because you took the time to understand your audience's wants and their needs. And by the way, when it comes to research, this isn't just for beginning creators. Okay, some people are like, oh, I just need to research in the beginning and then that's fine. My audience is going to be the same over time. No, right? People's minds are always changing. People are always wanting new and different things. You might have new audience members coming in that might not want the same thing that your old audience member wanted. So as you're on this journey of being a creator for however long, you're always going to be doing this research. There are so many 7-figure online business owners that research every month, every year. They research often to get a feel for what people truly need. So once you take a look at the questions that people are asking, you're going to make a list of them. You're going to write them down so that you are taking note of the kind of questions that people are asking and just kind of see if you're coming across any patterns. Are there any frequently asked questions? Are people bringing up frequent pain points that you're seeing on this consistent basis? So go ahead and make a list of all of those questions. And then you're going to circle the questions that you would love to answer. Now you could circle the questions that you already have the answer to based off of that beautiful knowledge of yours, or you're going to circle the questions that you would love to find the answer to based off of what you are wanting to learn. Okay, so take note of that. And then you're going to find those answers in your work. Find the answers in you as a creator. Then you're going to ask yourself, what results will these answers give someone? How will these answers help someone out? What quick transformation will they go through when I provide them with these answers or these solutions to their problems? Make sure that you're asking yourself this, because once you go through this entire process of knowing your product, researching your people, writing those questions down, finding the answers in your work, you are going to use this entire process to brand your landing page. Okay, this is where we're going to dive into what it looks like to create a high converting landing page. We're not just talking about creating a landing page that says, hey, sign up for my email list, right? We're talking about a branded landing page, something that is using your voice, speaking to the right people at the right time, really increasing those conversion rates because you took the time to use these strategies and do them step by step. Okay, so this brings me to step number 3, which is to understand those conversion drivers of landing pages. What exactly will you need to have on your landing page to get more people to sign up? Keep in mind, the more people that you get to sign up on your landing page, the more likely you are to increase your sales, because you're speaking to them. You're speaking to their wants and their needs. It's compelling. They're feeling engaged with you. They're wanting to take action and sign up. It's building trust. So many benefits to it, right? So let's go ahead and dive into those conversion drivers. Starting with the first one, which is to have a strong headline. When it comes to a headline, you want to make sure that you are using high converting words. Now, when I say high converting words, I'm talking about words that stand out, that really pop out to people. You can find these words given your research that you're doing in your people based off of what they're asking for, what they're needing, what they're wanting. Or you can easily figure out what you would specify as a high converting word. So for example, if you're online and you see, let's say, a website, what sentence or what word really stands out to you? One that stands out to a lot of people is the word free, right? They're getting something for free. There's no obligation. There's no financial roadblocks. They can just have it for free. That's a great example of a high converting word. You also want to make sure the messaging is clear. You don't want the headline to be too confusing. You want to make sure it's clear, the grammar is correct, it flows smoothly so that people can fully understand what they're saying. And then it's also creative or catchy. Is your headline creative? Is it catchy? And by the way, if you don't overthink this, okay? A lot of people are like, oh, I just wrote down 20 headlines and none of these seem creative or catchy to me. I know that as a creator, it can be really easy to overthink things. Just try to remain in the lines of what it truly means to have a strong headline, and you will get people to take action on your landing pages. So let's look at an example really quick. This is by Kevin. He actually was our landing page winner this past year in January, and his landing page was amazing. Now keep in mind, on his landing page, his headline says, "Do you want to master movement, increase body weight strength, and improve flexibility?" I mean, every time I read that headline out loud, I get the chills, right? Because I'm like, ooh, that's such a strong headline, and that sounds so amazing, and I want to get these amazing transformation that he's talking about. That's awesome. He didn't just say, sign up for my email list, or he didn't just say, sign up to know how to get strength, or hey, do you want to know how to get stronger? But he's being more specific. He's speaking to the right people. He's letting them know that he can solve their wants and their needs and their problems. This is so, so great. This is what I mean by strong headline. Now keep in mind, Kevin headline right here is a bit more on the lengthy side, and that's okay. But yours doesn't have to be this long. If you want to keep it short, sweet, simple, to the point, you can totally do that. Just make sure that your messaging is clear and that it's strong so that it captures people's attention when they're on it. Now here are some headline prompts just to get you thinking on what you, the creator, can write for your very own specific headline. Is there a key result you think your landing page could give someone? Is there an audience frequently asked question? Right? This would be coming from your research that you did. Do you have a landing page creative and catchy name idea? What is one big desire your audience has? Or do you have a free gift idea that you're ready to give away to your people? Okay, feel free to screenshot. Again, feel free to take notes. This workshop is here to completely help you in any way possible. So this is all for you. But these prompts are here to help you get thinking and brainstorming what your headline could look like for sure. All right, let's get into conversion driver number 2, which is to have a strong hero shot. When I say hero shot, I'm talking about that primary image. Okay, I'm talking about it being a simple visualization and making sure that your image matches the messaging. These are all so important when it comes to choosing the imagery that's on this landing page. More important than you think, actually, because more likely it's going to be that people who are viewing your landing page, they're not only going to read that headline right away, but they're going to see that image. And that image is going to be that one of the key factors of reeling them in, and so that they can fully understand what this landing page is, if they should sign up, do they want it, all that good stuff. I've done a lot of landing page audits, which just means that I've done a lot of editing other people's landing pages, and I loved doing it. It was so much fun, but I noticed this pattern in creators where they would focus so much on the wording of the landing page, and then I'd look at the image, and the image would have nothing to do with what the landing page was actually talking about. And I just want to give you that tip that you want to make sure it matches. You want to make sure that it makes sense, that it speaks to your people so that they fully understand it. So here's an example of a great, an amazing hero shot, an amazing primary image by Cara. She was also a landing page winner. And her headline says, "Do you ever wonder if it's okay to eat carbs?" And I love that headline, right? It's specific, it's to the point. She's letting them know that this is a specific problem that many people have. And she has this photo of her eating toaster strudel. First of all, who doesn't love toaster strudel? I love toaster strudel. I haven't had that since I was a kid. I actually would love some right now, but whatever. We're not talking about food right now, okay? I just want to get across to the point that this image is so, so good. Okay, she's eating carbs, she's smiling, she looks comfortable, she looks satisfied. I love this one. And I really want you guys, when you're building your landing pages, make sure that you are able to match up the messaging with your image. Make sure that it makes sense. Make sure that it flows all together. Now this brings me to conversion driver number 3. I see Shamar that says, now I have to take a snack break. I'm with you. I got hungry just looking at that photo, so we're definitely in the same boat. Conversion driver number 3 is to include a CTA. Okay, we talked about CTAs earlier on. CTAs mean a call to action, the action that you're wanting your subscriber or that viewer to actually take. So when it comes to the CTA button on your landing page, you want the design of this to be obvious. Okay, they shouldn't feel confused when it comes to what action you're wanting them to take. You want the copy of your call to action to be compelling, right? Reeling them in, making sure that it's standing out. I also recommend putting it in first person, and I'll get more into detail of what I mean by that in the next slide. I also recommend making sure it's a decent button size. Some landing pages have call to action buttons that are huge, and it's like, whoa, that is way too noisy. That's way too loud. And that's kind of a turnoff for a lot of viewers because it's right there in their face, right? So you don't want it to be too big, but you also don't want it to be too small. You want it to be a decent button size where people can easily see it. They're not squinting to take a look. It's not popping way out at them. It's just a good button size. And then there's hero shot. We talked about the importance of a hero shot earlier on in those slides. And this one is actually optional. I've seen this in a lot of different landing pages. I have seen creators not use this one, and that's totally okay. But a lot of times it can help to get more people to sign up when your image is either looking or pointing to the button that you want them to take action on. And I was looking and researching this, and it was so interesting because scientifically speaking, it really does help people sometimes, which is great. Because when they look at that image, they're automatically going to redirect their eyes to whatever that image is looking at or pointing to. Super interesting. And I'll share an example of what that looks like as well. Now here's an example of a great landing page. Again, a perfect landing page winner this past year. And this one was specifically giving away a free planner. The 2020 Vision Planner, 12 Tools for a Better Balanced Life. Notice her CTA, again, CTA means call to action. Her CTA button is that orange button that you see at the bottom left that says, I want my better balanced life. This is a perfect example of having your CTA be in first person. When it's in first person, it speaks to your audience more directly. They feel like they are the ones taking the action, right? They are the ones actually clicking on this. It's coming from them when you put it in first person. So rather than her saying, yep, sign me up or sign up here, it says, I want my better balanced life. Another great way to reel people in and get them to take action. Now, this is a great example of that hero shot kind of pointing towards the direction of that CTA area. I love this one. Now, this one is by Debbie, Thrifty Homesteader, and she actually teaches people how to take care of goats. I'm not even kidding. She's amazing, and she makes a full-time living doing that. When I tell you, if there is anything that you love doing, anything that you know, you can monetize off of that. Look at Debbie, for example. She's teaching people about how to care for goats, and she's doing it full time. I love this story. So any creator that's out there that has doubts about monetizing their passion, I promise you there's always a way to navigate your way through. So in Debbie's example, as you can see, the goat's nose is kind of pointing towards the direction of where they would sign up, where they would enroll. And I like that, because psychologically speaking, scientifically speaking, when viewers are looking at this, their eyes are going to go in the direction to where that goat is kind of pointing towards. Super, super interesting. Again, this isn't something that you have to do. It's just a great example of what some top creators do that really help increase those conversion rates. I see Tanika saying, now I want a goat. Me too, okay? I would love a cute little goat. Debbie's definitely, I don't know, I might have to buy one from Debbie. I should hit her up. So this brings me to conversion driver number 4, which is to state the value. Okay, when you state the value, you are letting people know why they should sign up. Why should they take action? Why is being a part of your email list or getting this freebie that you're offering on the landing page, why is that more valuable than something else that they might see that, might be similar. Making sure that you're stating that value is really important so that people understand the results that they will be getting. So when I say stating the value, I'm talking about why should they accept your CTA? Why should they accept your call to action? Why is it valuable? What results are they going to be getting? This is a great example. This one was a content calendar for artists. I love this landing page. And her headline says, "Are you ready to take control of your social presence? It's time to be an art boss," right? But she doesn't just say that and then says, "Sign up below to get your content calendar." She's giving them she's stating the value on here. She's saying, hey, this is why this is valuable. This is, it'll create this really easy, breezy calendar for you. It's designed for artists. She's specific to who it's for. I really like this one. And keep in mind, she's not talking too long, right? She doesn't have multiple paragraphs on why this is valuable or why her business is superior, right? She's just keeping it short and simple and letting people know, hey, this is why it's valuable. This is why I think you can benefit from it. Now let's get into conversion driver number 5, which is to include result-oriented messaging. Now this also falls in line with stating the value. They're a bit different when it comes to stating the value of why someone should sign up versus having messaging that includes the quick transformation that they're going to get. But including both can be so beneficial to getting more people to sign up for your email list so that you're able to build those relationships with those people and grow your sales over time. Now, result-oriented messaging. I always recommend having this in a bulleted copy rather than this huge long paragraph. That way people can see in a very easy, smooth, streamlined fashion that they're going to learn or that they're going to get point A, point B, point C. Okay, it's really easy for them to read. They're seeing these results and they're like, oh, this is great. Let me take action and sign up. Also outlining the benefits, outlining those results. How are they going to benefit from it? And then, of course, making the benefits clear. Okay, so let's say that my landing page is on yoga. I'm not just going to say, hey, here is a yoga cheat sheet on how to do yoga. You're going to learn A, yoga, B, where to buy, and C, who to buy from, right? 1, that's kind of boring. And 2, it's not very clear. It's not very specific. Again, your outlining the benefits doesn't have to be lengthy, but just make sure that it's speaking to what it is that you are actually going to give, why it's beneficial, why they should actually take the action. Really important to be clear with your people. This is a great example of that when it comes to result-oriented messaging by Families Go Abroad. And in this landing page, you can see right underneath where it says, do you want to explore the world with your family but don't know where to start? Notice all of these bullets that they have on their landing page of everything that they're going to be getting. So right there it says, Families Go Abroad will provide destination information, visa information, homeschooling information, travel information, insurance, so much good stuff, right? And this automatically reels people in to know that this free gift isn't just one free gift. It's all of these things that are included in that free gift. So it really speaks to your people in a fantastic way. Now this brings us to our last conversion driver, which is to include a testimonial. When you include a testimonial, you are including a quote from a person or a business that has tried your product or service. And I'm just not talking about someone that bought from you. This could be someone that got a free gift from you. What quote did they give you when they received this free gift? This can be so great when it comes to providing that social proof, meaning that it's not just you vouching for this free gift or your product or your service that you're promoting on the landing page, but it's also someone else who's also saying, hey, yes, this freebie that she's offering is incredible. This can be super powerful. And then it's also a huge credibility boost. Credibility boosters are a big deal when it comes to people really trusting you, really feeling like they are going to get results, really feeling like they can learn from you. Now keep in mind, if you're on this slide and you're like, well, I don't have any testimonials yet, that's totally okay. How about you call up your mom and ask her for a testimonial? And I'm not even kidding, okay? Obviously, eventually, over time, you're going to want to get quotes and testimonials from people that have bought your stuff or tried out your freebies. But for now, call up your mom or your friend and send that free gift to your mom or your friend and ask them what they thought about that. Ask them how it helped them. And if they give you a good quote, then hey, you can easily use it as social proof. This was actually advice that I got from a top creator because I didn't know that I could do that. I was like, oh, no, the testimonial has to be from someone on my email list. No, it doesn't. Where is that written? Okay, just make sure that you are giving that social proof, and then over time, you will be boosting up more and more testimonials as your business continues on. Now, this is a great example of including a testimonial by Mickey Browning. She is an award-winning mystery author, and she was offering her short story away for free on her landing page. Now, keep in mind, on the left, she included a testimonial that says, Beached is a non-stop mystery thrill ride. I like this, okay, because somebody got her book before, they loved it, they gave a great testimonial, and she included that on her landing page to boost her credibility. You guys can definitely do the same. Now, the key traits of all of these conversion drivers and landing pages as a whole is to make sure that it has a clear message. Your messaging should be very clear so that people do not feel confused or distracted on your landing page. Make sure that the design and the copy is consistent. Okay, I shouldn't see 80,000 different colors popping up everywhere and the image that doesn't match the messaging. You guys are definitely and beautifully capable of having this incredible design with copy that is clear and speaks to your audience and really encourages them to take action. And then, of course, a visually friendly mobile version. There are people who are going to be viewing this landing page on different types of devices, computers, iPads, iPhones, Samsungs, whatever phone you have. This is important to take note of how this landing page looks on all of these devices so that it is clear and it's consistent across all of them for sure. Now, why should we spend time creating a high converting landing page? Right? We talked about why we should have a landing page, but why should we spend all of this time creating a high converting landing page? This is why. Okay, landing pages have so many incredible benefits with them. First one being an SEO ranking. Okay, so this means more people will be able to see more of your content or your offers because of the wording that you chose. Remember, we talked about high converting words and clear messaging. When you're more specific on the wordings that you choose, more people are going to be able to see that, okay, because you took the time to do it. It also calls for clear tracking. So this means you'll be able to easily be able to track who is coming in on this landing page. The reason why this is easy and clear is because the landing page lives outside of your website's taxonomy. Okay, it lives outside of your website's URL. It's its own web page. It's its own URL, meaning you can clearly track who all is coming on this landing page and who all is taking action. It also calls for increased traffic as well. So more of your audience is coming your way to that landing page, which then makes a lot more room for result-producing subscriber process, increasing that traffic. And then it's also an efficient funnel process as well. So when I say that, I'm talking about rather than your people, your viewers, coming across your call to action on your website or a sales page or anything like that, they easily see that call to action right away on that landing page, making that funnel process. And when I say funnel, I'm talking about moving from a viewer to a subscriber to customer, moving down that funnel. So it really just makes that funnel process and sending them those emails 10 times easier. Okay, and then of course, increasing your sales. You're using words, you're boosting your sales because you're implementing those conversion drivers that we talked about onto your landing page. Your sales goals are now more achievable because you created the process to achieve a higher conversion. Super, super important. important. Okay, these are all the benefits of a landing page. That's why I'm so passionate about teaching it. Really important when it comes to connecting with your people. Now this brings me to step number 3, which is to actually create your landing page content. Now this is where we are going to be doing this together. Okay, I'm going to be going into a visual demo of how you can build one out. Again, I want to make sure you leave this workshop feeling super confident in your strategies. So if you are wanting to just watch and learn and take notes in this demo, you are more than welcome to. But for those of you who are more of my visual learners and want to actually do it with me, just go ahead and head to this link, convertkit.com/CK28, and Alicia or Sabrina can drop that link for you in the chat so you can easily navigate your way to that. But when you go to convertkit.com/CK28, that's just going to prompt you to create a free account of ConvertKit. Now keep in mind, this isn't, you don't have to include a credit card. We're not asking for money. It's no obligation here. This is just for you to create your account and follow along with me if you're wanting to learn how to create that landing page. So for those of you who do not have ConvertKit yet, you can head to that link. No obligation there to follow along with me. For those of you who do have ConvertKit, feel free to take this time to log into your ConvertKit accounts and also follow along with me. Or if you are just wanting to watch and learn, you can do that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in to this demo. I'm just going to go ahead and switch my screen so that you guys can see exactly what I am looking at right now, which is my ConvertKit account. Okay, now the first thing that you are going to see is a landing pages and forms tab. This is where you're going to be able to create the landing pages and build a high converting one that we talked about in today's workshop. There's also the subscribers tab. And this is where you're able to increase your subscribers. You're able to see all of your subscribers coming in. In my account, there's only one because this is my demo account. But you'll be able to see how many subscribers came in on what day, how many total you have, what your average email open rate is. You can handle tagging and segmenting your subscribers over here. A lot of great things that you can do. And then there's broadcasts, which this is where you would actually send those emails. This is where you're going to communicate with your people on a consistent basis. And then these tabs right here, the automations and sequence tab, those ones are not going to be able to be accessed. This is for a paid account of ConvertKit, but we don't need to focus on this one right now at all because what you are needing to successfully utilize the strategies that we talked about today is just this free account. No obligation, no credit card required, just a free access for you to literally build your audience. So the first thing you're going to do is head to landing pages and forms. Go down here to create new, and then you're going to be redirected to where you can create a form or a landing page. Now a form, as I mentioned earlier in the workshop, is going to be something that is embedded on your website. It might be on your sales page. A landing page lives outside of that. Okay, remember, it's that separate URL. So let's go ahead and click on landing page. And when we do, it's going to bring us to so many amazing templates that we can actually choose from. So when you're on here, just go ahead and scroll, get a feel for what you're wanting to use, and you can even preview it. If you're not sure of how it'll look, you can go ahead and preview it first before choosing. I'm just going to go with this one as an example today. I'm going to click on choose, and that's going to redirect me to where I can actually customize my landing page. This is where you are going to be able to implement all of those conversion drivers that we had just talked about. So let's go ahead and do this together, okay? I would love for you guys to head in the chat and let me know what I should say in this landing page. What freebie are we wanting to give away? Someone give me an idea. I will definitely use your idea on here, and we will build this landing page together so that you guys can see what you are able to do. We're going to add in different headlines and different stuff that you're going to be able to do in here. I have a couple people that are saying an ebook. Cool. Let's go ahead and do that. So at the top, I am going to name this landing page free ebook. Okay? And then where it says enter catchy page headline, I'm just going to say, are you ready to, I don't know, depending on what the ebook is about, are you ready to up your focus? Are you ready to learn how to travel for less money? whatever this ebook is on, maybe I'm putting that big desirable question right up there so that people can see it on my landing page. And then down here where it says enter catchy page headline, I might say something like, okay, well, if you're ready to learn how to travel for less money, then you should get the blank. Get the Travel for Less ebook. Get the webinar ebook. Maybe I'm giving an ebook on webinars, whatever it is that it might be. And then down here where it says provide some more detail in the subtitle, just go ahead and delete that. And this is where stating the value or including result-oriented messaging really comes into play. This is super, super important, okay? So I might say something like, I might introduce myself first. Hey, I'm Angel, and I just want to thank you for yada, 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 I do this. And then I might say, hey, you are going to learn these 3 things. I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to head to this plus button that you'll see pops up on the left-hand side. Because once you go there, you're going to be able to insert an image, a button, a numbered list, a bulleted list, a quote. Remember the testimonies we talked about? There's a lot that you can add in here. There's a lot of room for creativity. So I might say, okay, if you get this, you're going to learn A, B, and C. Okay, so I'm doing result-oriented messaging. I might state the value right here. I might give a testimonial right here. Whatever you're wanting to put in there, that is your space to do so. Okay, so when you go down, you're going to see a spot where they can include their email address. I always recommend not only having an email address that they can put in here, but head to this plus button that's right below it and include another box where they can put in their first name. So in this case, you'll see this custom field pop up. Head to the drop down and click in first name. Or if it's a different custom field that you want, you would just type it in right here in this label. And it's going to populate right there for you. Now you can switch these around just based on the order that you're wanting. Really, really easy. And then we have our call to action button, right? This call to action button is super important. This is the button that they're going to click on to get this free gift or get whatever content you're offering. So in the subscribe, I'm just going to highlight, delete, and let's put this call to action in first person. So I'm just going to say, yes, send it my way. Making it in first person, making it a lot more personalized as well. So let's say we're all done writing out the content for our landing page. The next thing I'm going to do is just head up to this editing wand tool that's on the right-hand side. For those of you that are following along with me, it's in the upper right corner. So I'm just going to go and head there. And then from there, I'm going to scroll down to where it says background image. I'm going to click that, and I can upload any images as my background that are currently in my desktop or my downloads, or you can also use Unsplash, which Unsplash is incredible because you can literally pull tons of beautiful, professional, high-quality photos straight into your landing pages. And this comes for free as well, so you'll automatically get access to this. Another amazing feature that I love is adding in your Instagram account. All you do is sign in to your Instagram once you click on this tab, it'll have a space over here that says log into your Instagram account. And this gives you access to pull your photos over and use them as your background images. This is one of my favorite features, definitely something you can do as well. And then there's hero patterns as well. So hero patterns, if you're not wanting a specific image, you can just do a regular color and a pattern if that's what you desire. So for this, let's head back up to Unsplash and let's just type in ebook because that's what we decided we were giving away. So we can use and pull any of these images that we are seeing in here. Okay, and by the way, these images don't have to be official as soon as you click on them. You can always go back and change it. I'm just going to go with this one to see how that looks. Let's say I like it, it's fine, we're all good to go. The next thing I'm going to want to do is maybe change out this border color or the background color if I'm wanting. You definitely have room to play around and be creative with these landing pages. You can input any branded colors that you already have, or you can play around with the color wheel as I just did as well. Now, we designed this landing page, we played with the color, we inputted that image. Now we actually want to attach our freebie to this landing page. This is another beautiful thing, because many creators ask me, okay, I know how to design a landing page, but how do I actually send them the free gift that they're signing up for? Super easy. All you have to do is go to this mail icon on the right hand side, right below that editing wand tool, and head over here to download. You're going to click on choose a file, and you're going to upload your ebook to this space right here. So whether it's an ebook or a free guide, a free chapter, a checklist, a podcast checklist, whatever it might be, you can upload any of those right in here. I know we talked about an ebook. I'm just going to upload this free chapter right here just so that you guys can see what it looks like. The minute you highlight on download and you upload it, it's going to appear right here for you. All you have to do is head over here to edit email contents, and you can change out this wording. It's automatically going to have a confirm your subscription wording in there, but just go ahead and get rid of that and instead say free ebook inside. This is the email that your subscribers are going to be getting as soon as they sign up on this landing page. That's how easy it is. And this email gets sent out automatically for you. You don't have to worry about it. As soon as someone signs up, they're automatically getting this ebook. So you might say something like, thanks for wanting to get the ebook. Maybe you want to introduce yourself some more, include other links. Again, you can do that by going to this plus button or highlighting and adding in a specific link. A lot of room to play around with this. Now, in the confirm your subscription box, just highlight, delete, and instead say ebook here. Okay, that just lets them know that they need to click on this button to get that ebook download. And you can change out the background color of this button. You can change out the text color. Totally up to you. A lot of room to be free and creative in this. Again, you can sign off how you're wanting to sign off. Go down here to save, and you're all good to go. You attached this freebie to the landing page that you created in just really easy, simple steps. This is why I love building this out. Now keep in mind, if you are wanting to also include a thank you page, you can also do that. You'll just head up here to this plus button that's right next to our landing page title, and it's going to copy over your image right away for you just to make sure that it's consistent. But a thank you page is basically something that your subscribers will be redirected to after they sign up on your landing page. So this could say something like, you know, thank you for signing up, or thank you for getting the ebook. And maybe you even want to include another call to action here, where you're saying, I also wrote a recent blog post on, you know, traveling for free, or whatever that ebook is. You can easily include that lingo right here. You can highlight it to include the link to your blog post. And then, of course, you'll see that plus button again, where you can add in any other creative entities on here. So you don't have to have a thank you page. I definitely think that they're beneficial. I use thank you pages for mine. You definitely can as well. Now keep in mind, if you are wanting, to have a thank you page, make sure that you head back over to where you created your landing page in the upper right corner. And then you're going to head to the settings button here and make sure the bullet point is not on show a success message. Instead, make sure it's on redirect to a thank you page. Once it's highlighted on that, your viewers will be seeing that thank you page. Okay, so that's how it all works. As soon as they see this landing page, they'll sign up for it, they'll be redirected to the thank you page, and then they'll also immediately get an email from you, including that free ebook or the free chapter or the free checklist that you created. I have someone asking, how did you start a thank you page? There's going to be a plus button that's on the right-hand side of where we named our ebook, and you just click on that to create that thank you page. Really, really easy. I saw some people saying that this demo was a bit fast. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm respectful of everyone's time, just because I know we're going over an hour here, but there will be a replay for you so that you can rewatch this demo and take notes where needed. Now, when you're all done with this landing page, head up to the upper left corner and click on Save and Publish. Okay, just to make sure your landing page saves and that it's all good to go. Now, the minute it saves, you're going to head to Share, And you're going to use this link where it says click to copy. This is the link you're going to use to share anywhere that you can to get your subscribers. Now, don't hop off yet. We are going to go over some details of where you can share this literally this week to get subscribers going on here, okay? And also, by the way, if you're looking at this link and you're wanting to change out this URL here, you're wanting it to be more branded to your name or your website, just head to the settings icon and you'll set up your custom domain in your account settings. Okay, you can easily do that as well if you do have a domain. If you don't have a domain, you can use something like bit.ly.com to also change out that URL. And Sabrina or Alicia, if you guys can drop that bit.ly link for you so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so that was it. Super quick and super easy to design a landing page that you're going to be able to send a freebie to right away, immediately. You're going to be able to grow your audience as efficiently as you can on a consistent basis. So easy. I see some people asking, is ConvertKit compatible with WordPress? Is it compatible with Teachable? Yes, it is. We do have a page, and Alicia or Sabrina, if you're able to drop that, convertkit.com/integrations, I believe. You guys can go there and see everything that ConvertKit integrates with. All right, we're going to dive into some more good stuff before hopping off. I know we're short on time here, but this is also super valuable so that you know where to share your landing page once it's built. Okay, we talked about those conversion drivers. We talked about why landing pages are important. We did a demo so that you know exactly how to build one right away. Now let's talk about where to share. All right, we're going through the entire process here. And again, I do this because I want you to feel comfortable leaving this workshop, okay? So the first place that you can share this is a one-to-one. When I first started my own business, this is the very first thing I did when it came to getting subscribers. I sent the landing page link to everybody in my phone as a text message. I sent it as a DM to those people that I thought would be interested. And you could also put it on Twitter, right? Letting people know, hey, if you want this or if you're interested in this, then click this link so that you are able to sign up for it. And it could look something as simple as this. It doesn't have to be pushy, right? You don't have to try to force them to take action and sign up, but it's more so that friendly human-to-human level where you're saying, hey, I just started this new thing and I'd love for you to be a part of the journey. And then you can provide the link and they can sign up if they are wanting. Now you could also do the announcement bar as well. Now this is for people who have a website. If you don't have a website, that is 100% okay. You can use the one-to-one or you can use the social media strategies that I'm going to teach in a little bit. But on your website, if you do have one, you can easily put it in the announcement bar. And you could use an example such as Alicia's, who is on here with y'all. And an announcement bar is something that easily pulls down on your website. People would click on the link in that announcement bar and they'd be redirected to your landing page once they click. Now in this case, Alicia was giving away a free book. The minute they clicked, they would automatically get this free book, or they would automatically be redirected to Alicia's landing page to get access to this free book, which is so awesome. Now you can also do it on the About page too. For those of you who have an About page on your website, at the bottom, make sure that you include a link to your landing page, letting them know, hey, if you want to get started or if you want to begin your journey with me, then click here. That way they can click and they'll be redirected to where they can sign up for your landing page. Now you could also do a menu link as well. Now with a menu link, you are including your landing page link at the very top of your website, just like this. So on my website, when people clicked on free workshop, they were redirected to where they could sign up for a free workshop on my landing page. Okay, this is something I had a while ago. People would see it anytime they were on my website. They would see that it was for free. Again, freebies go a long way when it comes to growing your audience. And they could sign up for that free workshop, which is another great way to do so. And then there's also blog posts as well. So on every blog post that you have on your website, always include a form, which is what you see at the very bottom there, And again, this is all stuff that you can build in ConvertKit for free, okay? You don't have to get anything else to build these, all stuff that you can do in ConvertKit for free. Okay, so in this case, they can go to that form, or where that arrow is pointing to, they can click on the workbook link that I included that will redirect them to my landing page. Another great way to include your landing pages and get more people to sign up. Now there's also social media. So you want to include it in your Instagram or Twitter bio. This is super, super important. So in your Instagram or Twitter bio, you would take the landing page link that you created and you would include that in your Instagram bio, right under there, so that they're able to see in your bio where they could click and actually take action to sign up. And then there's also a Facebook page call to action. So when I say a Facebook page call to action, I'm thinking about the fact that you are able to include your landing page link on the sign up button in your Facebook groups or your Facebook community. This is a great way to not only gain followers and friends on social media, but to transition those followers and friends into those email subscribers. Really, really important here. You don't just want to increase your following on social media. You want to increase your email subscribers, because those are going to be the people that engage with you the most, and those are going to be the people that buy from you the most. This is really, really important. I have a couple questions of people asking, how would I add my website? It's not necessarily about adding. If you're talking about adding your website to your landing pages, that's where you would go into your custom domain when I showed you in the demo. But if you're talking about adding your website to ConvertKit, you won't necessarily have to do that. You would just embed your landing page links into your websites, or you would embed your forms into your websites as well. Now you could also do a YouTube description. Now when it comes to a YouTube description, or for anybody that's wanting to create YouTube videos, you always want to include somewhere where they can sign up for your email list. A lot of people think that the YouTube description is there to obviously describe the content of the video, maybe post where they can follow them on Instagram. Always have somewhere where they can sign up for your email list as well. Really, really important. Or a Pinterest pin. Now, Pinterest is something that converts the best for me, and I highly recommend that you guys all use Pinterest as well, because it's not just for finding do-it-yourself projects or anything else that you're looking into. It's also beautiful and works perfectly for promoting your content. So you could do what I did here on my Pinterest, where I created these digital thumbnail photos in order to demonstrate what was being promoted. Okay, the minute people clicked on these digital thumbnails, they would be redirected to my landing pages. This converts the best for me when it comes to growing my email list, which is why I'm promoting it on here. It really, really works well. Now, in order to do this, you would, of course, have Pinterest. And then you're also going to want to head to canva.com to create those digital thumbnails. Canva is completely for free. You can create the digital thumbnails, the digital flyers right on there. It's super, super easy. And the minute you do, you would paste, or you would pin that thumbnail on Pinterest. Okay, so you would upload that photo, you would post it as a pin, and then you would let them know what exactly this is in the description. And then right where it says website is where you would include the landing page link. Okay, so again, you would use Canva, upload the thumbnails, and include the links to your landing pages so that people who see these pins and click on that photo will be redirected to your landing page link. Now keep in mind, when it comes to having these as pins on Pinterest, it's really easy to do so. But if you're wanting to promote these pins to get more views, more clicks, more impressions, you absolutely can do that. But just be careful, because Pinterest does have certain privacy and laws when it comes to people clicking and being redirected to sign up for your email list. But as long as you're abiding by Pinterest, by their guidelines, you're going to be good to go. This is something that I do, and it works really, really well. Now you can also go live, okay? Just like me, I'm going live right now, and you guys are seeing me in real life, in real time. Going live is probably the best way to allow your audience to see you in the most personable way possible, okay? Because they're not just reading your emails, or they're not just watching a video that's pre-recorded, but they're seeing you in real time. They see your face, they hear your voice, they get a feel for your teachings, and it's live, which is awesome. I see Laura who says, I love going live. That is amazing, Laura. Definitely recommend that you stay consistent in that. And for those of you who might feel a little bit iffy about going live, I promise you it may take a little bit of time to get comfortable, taking your phone and going live on social media and talking to your screen. I know that might feel a little uncomfortable, but just practice with it. Right? You guys are here for a reason. You have a voice that deserves to be heard. You have businesses that you definitely want to take to the top. So get comfortable going live to your audience and allowing them to hear you and what you have to say. All right, we talked about a lot, right? I know we're definitely going over time here, and I'm so glad that you guys are still with me, and I hope this information has been super valuable for you. And I want to know what you're excited to do next. Let me know in the chat. Let me know if you're ready to build a landing page. Let me know if you're ready to go on Pinterest and make sure that you're sharing your landing pages on Pinterest. Are you ready to implement those conversion drivers? Which conversion driver are you excited to use? Let me know in the chat just so that I can see all of that excitement going. I see landing pages, I see created, I see all of the above, Facebook CTA. I love it, I love it, I love it. So awesome. Now keep in mind, whatever you are excited to do next, we definitely want to help you out along your journey. So if you do not have ConvertKit yet, you can sign up completely for free, no obligations, no credit card required, where you are going to be able to manage your subscribers and send broadcast emails to for up to 500 subscribers. This is completely for free. You're going to be able to build your list and communicate with them and build trust absolutely for free. No financial obligation here or roadblocks in the way. This is a great way for you to do that. Now, let's talk about these bonuses, okay? I know you guys heard me mention bonuses at the very beginning. We not only want to offer you a free account of ConvertKit if you do not have one yet, but we also want to give you bonuses that are going to help you out along this journey as well. Now, keep in mind, the way that you're going to get these bonuses is going to be through your ConvertKit account. So if you already have